All right, Larry, on me in 3, 2. Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
She's tough enough. You're pretty.
You're not.
She's fast enough. Want to play poker with me, little lady?
Looks like you're having a pretty good time playing with yourself.
The only question is, I always win.
Maybe one day your luck will run out.
Are they man enough? Scull your butt out of town.
Say that again.
Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sure must want to die young, miss.
The Quick and the Dead. Rated R. At theaters February 10th.
The best part about that trailer is the guy's voice.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Little Tortilla Boy.
Yeah! Little tortilla boy.
Get down again.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I don't remember this movie. This movie.
I owned it on DVD, and I don't remember it either. But I was like, that movie, I remember it was being kind of pretty fun. And then I watched it, I was like, this shit is weird.
Dude, I owned
It's a
it on
super
DVD.
weird movie.
I watched it on DVD. That's how I watched it.
Yeah.
And, like, I still was like, why did I buy this again? Like, I don't...
Well,
I don't know that
Movie
I've
Life
seen the whole
Crisis,
thing.
Season 5, Episode 19, The Quick and the Dead. The reason that you bought it and the reason that I bought it, 2 reasons. Number 1, 550 Ben. And number 2,
Oh, yeah.
the freaking cast. Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio. Because by the time this thing hits the 550 bin 5-6 years later, it's like, okay, everyone in there's won Academy Awards for acting, except Sharon Stone. But she's famous for other reasons.
Boy, is she.
She keeps it tight. But anyway, and it is a fun movie, but rewatching it, I was like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the director, Sam Raimi.
I think
that's his...
Sam
his
Raimi's
shtick.
weird. For sure. He's done like Evil Dead and Army of Darkness and a bunch of like campy like horror flicks. And that's why
Right.
Sharon Stone wanted him to direct. She got offered this role after Basic Instinct and she got to co-produce. So she got to approve everyone's hiring. She said she told the studio, TriStar, she's like, if you don't hire Raimi, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's him or the cinematographer, but the the freaking all the zooms on people's face. It would zoom to Gene Hackman and then cut zoom to Russell Crowe and then cut zoom to Sharon Stone and then cut zoom to the clock. And I was like, this is giving me, I need to take some medicine.
What is the, I think it's called a whip pan.
Yeah.
Where it like spins super fast. They did that a ton. And I was just like, geez, man. All right.
Yeah, the camera stuff was wild. And the whole time I was like, did he mean to do that or is he just bad? And I was like, no, he definitely meant to do that, but it's jarring.
This is art, man. You just don't get it. It's art.
But the thing is, man, it was that was taking me out of it because it's so weird. But
right,
I don't know, man. It was still fun. I mean, it's like an entertaining movie.
Oh yeah, no, I watched the whole thing in one go too. I didn't pause it or nothing.
Nice. Yeah, dude, give us a synopsis.
Okay, synopsis. Sharon Stone shows up in a corrupt Wild West town to kill Gene Hackman in a shootout tournament. That's pretty short and sweet.
Yeah, man. I was trying to figure out, because if you just Google, like, The Quick and the Dead, there's like 5 movies named The Quick and the Dead, including one that came out 5 years or 6 years before this one. But there was a Louis L'Amour novel called The Quick and the Dead that the movie in 87 was based on. And this one was just written by a British guy. I don't think it was based on anything.
Who's the guy with the big mustache that's always the cowboy? Oh, man. And he's the sandal-wearing guy on Parks and Rec.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. I think he's in the other Quick and the Dead.
He is indeed. That was a TV movie.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. That's not what I was thinking of this, though. I swear. Like, I remember the cartoonish hole in the guy's chest and the sunlight coming through it. That's literally the only thing.
I didn't remember that. That was the stuff that I thought was awesome, though. Like, both in Gene Hackman, spoiler alert, and in the hired gun guy. I mean, literally hired gun. Who was what was that guy's name? Keith David.
Oh
Keith
yeah.
David.
Oh yeah.
Clay Clayton.
Cantrell.
Oh God, he's so good.
He has a fantastic voice.
Yeah. He's
He's
the
been in a
best.
ton of stuff too.
He's been in a million things.
But dude, the hole where you could like see Sharon Stone through the holes.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here? What is this? I can't remember. And
See,
then,
but that was the stuff I thought was cool. And then the million whip pans and like smash zooms. I was like, this is giving me a headache.
Yeah. The story was good. The whole, like, at the end when they kept flashing back, which I didn't like the flashbacks that much either.
No.
It kept slowing everything down. But
Kept
like,
flashing back to Lieutenant Dan.
yeah, Lieutenant Dan and friggin' her trying to shoot the rope. And when that happened, I was like, what the, what? It was bananas.
I'd like to see that. This is one I really would like for someone to remake because it's like a one act play. It all takes place in one town, and it's a very simple concept. You get a bunch of money, and you just have a bunch of gunfighter duels, and then if you win, you move on, and if you lose, you die. Like like that's a fun idea for a movie, and then you work in like, oh yeah, one of the people shows up, and she's trying to kill the leader of the town because he killed her dad. Great, super, I'm in.
Did he though?
Well, I mean, technically.
Kinda. Technically, yeah. I don't know. I think if you asked Kevin McAllister's neighbor, he would say he killed him for sure because he didn't like him.
No, he didn't.
That guy's
That guy's freaking terrifying. I'm glad he's dead.
Jesus.
Dude, tell me he's not freaky.
Yeah, no, he is. What about the first guy that Sharon Stone ties to the wagon wheel from the Saw movies? He goes on to make people fight to the death also for nothing. Yeah. That guy, Tobin Bell. I think
Tobin Bell.
Yeah.
This whole cast is like, I mean, Lance Henriksen from the Alien movies, Mark Boone Jr., who's from like Memento and Fast and Furious and Die Hard 2.
And the Batman. He was the detective in Batman.
Yep.
Batman movie.
Bruce Campbell has this like little cameo because he works with Sam Raimi on a bunch of stuff.
Dude, did you know they were best friends in right before college?
I feel like I did. I feel like we researched Bruce Campbell for something, and I did find that out. And I was like, that makes sense. He was always working on his stuff.
Yeah, that's freaking sweet. I love me some Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, so this cast is actually incredible. And this is a really simple concept that I think is really fun, and I would like to see them do it again because I didn't think the dialogue was very good, and I didn't like Sharon Stone's performance at all, and the direction was super weird. I mean, the three people who've won Academy Awards for Best Actor all did a really good job. But Sharon Stone, I was like, why is she doing it like that? I don't like that.
Yeah. The whole time she was just like playing it quiet with her hand, like just rustling over her gun.
And she was trying to do like she was trying to do raspy voice. Like, yeah, you try that. Cut. You want to talk to her? We ain't gonna move a lot of tapes like this.
All right, cut.
Hook it on phonics. Work it for me.
May. Dude, the whole time I was just like, I mean, I see why they have her in here, because she's
the
just
still
wearing
images of her wearing the duster and the tight leather pants. I was like, yeah, I can see that poster. And then she starts talking. I was like, I hate it. I don't like anything that you did. I want you to
I do like
not
how
produce.
she sleeps like my cousin Vinny, just a big overshirt with nothing under it.
Oh God, what do we call that?
Stupid.
When you're Winnie the Pooh in it, when you don't have any pants on, you just got your.
Yeah. She was Winnie the Pooh in it, all right.
Yeah, that's Yeah, $35 million budget. I don't know how they spent $35 million. It must have been a lot on the cast because it all took place on one dirt road. They didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And there was only like one actual explosion. There was a couple special effects shots, I guess.
Yeah, there were some of those. A lot of, even just like the regular shots of like the sky, you could tell were not special effects, but they were effects.
They did some stuff to it.
Yeah, you could tell.
They churched it up some. $47 million gross, so barely breaks even, which puts it at number 85 on the year, right behind Johnny Mnemonic. Which I don't think we're going to get to on the podcast.
Johnny Mnemonic. I remember that VHS was bright orange. You remember the tape itself was a different color.
I do remember that. I also remember that he had like 32 megabytes of storage in his head, and it's like, he's taking all the documents across town. I was like, this is a joke. I wanted to do the movie just for that, just so we could laugh at how little data is in his head. Because, dude, we got a lot of stuff. We got 19 episodes down. We got like 6 to go. And we still have like Apollo 13 and 7 and Toy Story and Pocahontas. And that's like, and then there's other stuff that we will want to do that I don't even know if we'll be able to.
Yeah.
we're jam-packed here. We fucked around and did Bye Bye Love, which we've always done that. But we did some stuff we probably could have not done.
Dude, 95 is packed with stuff.
95's packed. People are always like, you should do this movie. I'm like, dude, there's no shot. Like 94, 95, 96, 97. Like we're going to be jam-packed.
Yeah, we could make this our job and still not hit them all.
Yeah.
Dude, awards, not really any awards. Not really an awards contender here. But Sharon Stone was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Actress, but she didn't win it.
Hey, all right. Good for her. That Saturn Award's made the right choice.
She didn't even win it on Saturn.
No, dude, she shouldn't have. I like Sharon Stone, but I did not think she was good in this. The Casino was also in 95.
Like, she did have that Batman voice, though.
Yeah. Casino is also in 95. She's much better in Casino. I don't know if we'll get to Casino, but that's on the list. Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls is also in 90. We got a lot of good movies. We got to really lock down what the last 7 or 8 we're going to be.
Yeah, we'll knock them out.
Sequels and spinoffs, negatory.
No. Somebody did say, I did read an article or part of an article. I stopped reading it because it said this kind of influenced more Westerns to be made. Like more people started making Westerns after this one.
Yeah.
I guess maybe they thought they could do it better.
Well, that's weird to me because Gene Hackman wins an Academy Award for Unforgiven in 1992 with Clint Eastwood, which everyone thinks is an amazing movie. Me and you were like, it's fine. And then they do a bunch of Tombstone type of stuff. Like, why would this be the thing that kicks off a bunch of Westerns when we just had 5 good Westerns in the last 3 years?
Or maybe they said oh, look at all these really good ones. Even this dude's doing it. Let's also do one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I like Westerns. I feel like we're kind of past the Westerns because
thank goodness.
I don't know. I think we talk about this. This podcast works because 30 years is the right time to be nostalgic about. I can't really be nostalgic about 2011. I mean, I guess I could if I was 16, but
right.
But now it's your kids are not gonna. They'll have no. Westerns will mean nothing to them. It's like they ride a horse to jump onto a train and take a bag of gold. What's happening? What is all this?
Right. No, dude, and even stuff like Disney World where we talk about the Carousel of Progress, it was made in the 60s, so it starts at the turn of the century. Yeah. If you made that now, you would start it in 1960.
Yeah.
So
you start with the moon landing.
Yeah, nobody even has that frame of reference anymore. And Westerns, I get it. I mean, I wasn't in ancient Rome, but friggin' Gladiator's fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't know. Westerns have never been my thing. But
I do kind of like them, but I think when they make them now, they'll just call them Yellowstone, and it'll just be a bunch of Republicans staring at each other.
They could make this a TV show easy.
This would be a great TV show.
Yeah,
I think that'd be
talk
fun.
About it. Yeah.
I don't remember when I first saw this, but I owned it on DVD, so I definitely purchased it at some point.
I owned it, and it was already open, because I still have DVDs sealed in the package with the 550 sticker on the outside.
Yeah.
I have it open, so apparently I watched it. But man, this was all new to me. The whole time
all I remembered was oh, this will be fun. That's a fun movie. I remember it's there's a lot of action, and I didn't remember how weird it was.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. So what'd you rate it?
I couldn't. The direction is so weird that it was really throwing me off. But then I was trying to it moves pretty well. There's some cool parts. I liked the ending. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh man, that's so generous.
I was going back and forth between 5.5 and 6, but I was there was some cool stuff. It's a fun concept. Cool the direction is weird, but that's an artistic choice, and if I don't love it, that's still I can appreciate that he did it.
Right. Yeah, that's why I gave it what I gave it. I gave it a 5 because I don't really like Westerns to start with, but I love Gene Hackman. I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I like when stuff is stylized, but for some reason this one was weird. It's better than a straight up Western with the Duke. What's his name? John Wayne. I don't want that.
I don't either.
I don't really want this either. So I don't know. I don't know. The storyline was cool.
This was based on supposedly the Sergio Leone Westerns and the Fistful of Dollars stuff with Clint Eastwood. And I used to watch those when I was a kid with my dad. I liked those Westerns. Yeah. I never liked the John Wayne stuff where his shirt was tucked in and it looked like he had air conditioning.
The zoomed in shots of the faces, that's straight from the Dollars trilogy.
Yes.
They do that a lot.
And I was trying to, I don't know, man. This felt like sometimes they just do a directorial choice and it completely kind of ruins the movie for me. Like the first Bourne movie, remember it was just nothing but like jarring camera whips around. I was like, this gives me a headache. I can't, I love the Bourne movies. I love Matt Damon. I don't even want to watch this. I have to leave midway through this movie. It's messing up.
But the following movies have some kind of shaking, but not like the first one.
Right,
and when
they toned it way down.
When I rewatch them, the first one's even worse now than it was, since I know I don't like that.
So that's like a specific directing choice that kind of messes up the movie for me, and this was kind of one of those.
Big time.
So they said the writer said that this was based on the spaghetti westerns of Sergio Leone, and I was like, and I was talking to my wife. She's like, "A spaghetti western? Is it because they did them in Italy?" I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. And I looked at it. I was like, oh, yeah, that is why they did it. It was Westerns produced and directed by Italians, but a lot of them actually were produced in Italy and Spain or, France, Portugal, Greece, Yugoslavia, but they were European in origin.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, just they were in freaking Europe in 1960s making Western movies that pretending that they were shot in America in the Old West.
In America. Though the weird thing to me is I know the term spaghetti western because it's used all the time.
Right.
My dad's dad used to call them meatball movies, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's the same thing and that's the same reason. But he and his friends used to like, hey, we used to go see meatball movies, and I was like, okay, that sounds good. I don't know. I never knew what that meant, and then spaghetti westerns, and for some reason, I never put those two together till just now. But he loved westerns. Yeah. But he was also...
Are you sure he wasn't talking about the movie Meatballs that Ivan Reitman did with Bill Murray and Harold Ramis? Because they did do like 5 of those.
If you know a guy, my grandpa, his name is Burl. He ain't watching Meatballs the movie.
I'm watching that hippie shit. I never thought of it because I'm Italian and I don't care. But like, I feel like spaghetti western is an insult. Nah. I feel like if you say that Italian people, it's like, oh yeah, you mean the spaghetti people? It's like that's not meant to be complimentary. Again, I don't care because I'm a white guy. But
every Italian person I know would get mad if you called it noodle westerns. They don't like when you call it noodles. They want it to be called pasta or the actual cut of pasta spaghetti. Yeah. So don't call it noodle westerns.
Yeah, dude, I call it whatever you want.
Don't call it meatball movies because
I'm Italian. I can call it whatever I want if I understand racism correctly.
No.
Yeah, dude. And so we both had it. You had it 5. I had it at 6. There were some cool parts. It moved pretty good. There's some really great performances, and there's some super weird stuff happening.
Right.
And I had a hard time with scenes doing our best 3 scenes because, like I said, the movie's basically a 1-act play. The whole thing happens on one dirt street in this town.
In Redemption, yeah.
Yeah, in the town called Redemption. And I was like, I don't even know how to pick. What was your first one?
In the very beginning, when they're writing up on the chalkboard, they're making the Deadpool. Yeah. They're making their March Madness bracket.
Yeah, their bracket.
And, Russell Crowe gets brought in. What's his name? Court gets brought in.
He's the preacher.
And they don't know, why, but he's being strung up, and he starts shooting at the chair, which I thought that was kind of cool.
That was cool.
As the chair breaks, he's going to get caught, and Sharon Stone saves him by shooting the rope and all that stuff, which now, looking back after seeing the ending, she got better, right, I guess?
Well, that's what I'm saying. At the end, thinking back about it, that's a pretty cool callback. To the flashback to her as a little kid when Gene Hackman has her dad, Lieutenant Dan, strung up, and she's a little girl, and he's shooting out the stool, and he gives her a pistol, and he's like, "Hey, look, you have 3 shots left." He's like, "If you shoot the rope, then your dad can live." And Lieutenant Dan's like, "Go for it, you can do it." She's like, "I can't do it." He's like, "You can do it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be great." And she shoots him right in the head. It's super.
That was back when his legs worked.
That was back when his legs worked. It was super weird. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
Lieutenant Dan. Oh, man.
Which is a super messed up scene to see with a little girl accidentally shooting her dad in the head. But I was like, that makes the earlier scene cooler because she shot the rope out. It's like she freaking worked on that. That's good.
Yeah. And she did it like Han Solo style, like from the hip. She didn't like aim it.
Well, dude, that's how all the gunfighters do. They pull it out and they shoot right from the hip. I think they call that shooting from the hip for that reason.
Yeah. Hey, and also, were some of the guns like connected to their belt? Because some of them look like they just like rotated it right there and then they went right back in. Like
I think there's a bunch of different styles of holsters, and I think it really is like you pull, for an audio format, this is a terrible way, but it's like they just would barely pull the gun out, and then they would just kind of swivel it.
Just rotate it really fast. Yeah.
It really was the Han shot first, like school of quick draw.
Yeah.
They were standing super far away from that, by the way.
Yeah, dude, everything I know about guns, which is so little, is that it's really hard to hit somebody from 100 paces or whatever they said it was. Like that seems like I would feel confident if I had to fight like you or Will. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'd be all right.
Yeah, dude, I was looking up some stats on like handgun engagement distance from the police and from the FBI, and it was something like from 10 feet or less, like is where 60% of the people who are killed in those shootouts, that's the distance that they're at. And when you get beyond 10 feet, it's like almost everyone's missing almost everything. Like there've been entire shootouts with both police and criminals at distances of outside of 10 feet where everyone shot until they were out of bullets and no one was hit at all. And in this movie, it seemed I throw the gun at them. Who throws a shoe, honestly? But this movie seemed like they were standing so far away. Like I feel like I'm not suggesting that we do this, but I think if me and you each had guns and we were at that distance, we probably could shoot all we wanted and it would never hit.
I can tell you right now, mine wouldn't. Freaking Aaron Burr. Yeah, dude, I don't know anything about guns, but the whole time I was like, how are they even hitting each other?
And these are also like guns from 1860 where like someone like made them in his backyard by hammering a tube, or however they make guns, but like they didn't come out of a freaking factory.
It's a series of tubes.
It's all tubes. That's a great scene. I got that one also. I like that everybody's there because, like, hey, you sign up for the contest. If you win, you get $123,000 courtesy of Wells Fargo and Mayor Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
And the weird thing was that, like, obviously everyone's there for this, but it's like, who wants to sign up? And everybody's sat quietly. I was like, aren't you guys trying to get your name in the hat? What if there's only 16 spots?
Right.
Like Sharon Stone didn't sign up until the very end.
Yeah. She wasn't there for the money. She was only there to kill him.
Yeah, she was trying to kill Gene Hackman. Yeah, she blew the money up.
Boy, did she. That part was kind of cool. I like that part.
I did too. Yeah.
That's on my list. What's your second then?
My second one is the duel between Gene Hackman and Leonardo DiCaprio. So there's a bunch of people in this. It's one of the things I like about this movie is like Sharon Stone's character is just called Lady, and Leonardo DiCaprio's character is just called the Kid. And then Russell Crowe's just called the Preacher until you find out his name eventually is Court. But I kind of like that. It's just like a bunch of archetypes. And he thinks that he is Gene Hackman's son. And Gene Hackman doesn't claim him. And so he's going to enter the fast draw contest and he's going to like kill his old man just to get the respect that he deserves.
Get that respect.
And he's like super brash and like he's talking all this noise. He looks like he's like 15, even though he's really 20 when the movie shoots.
Yeah.
But I remember that. I remember Leonardo DiCaprio fighting his dad in the movie. Yeah. And like he dies, but he like wings Gene Hackman. And he's like doing Leonardo. He's on the ground. He's like
hits him right in the neck. Yeah.
Dude, he's like being super cocky. He's like talking to the whole town. He's like, his time has passed. He's old, and I'm just reaching my peak. And like 30 seconds later, he's like, oh, it hurts. I don't want to die. I was like, that's
And dude, right as he hit him, he's like, oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
Before he collapses.
Yeah.
And then he was asking, like, did I get him? Is he dead? And they were like,
Yeah.
yep, you got him. And then he walks over. I was like, oh, well, there goes that. Yeah, dude, that's a good scene. Mine is one round in the thing before that where Ace, the guy with the long hair and the card trick, he does the card trick where he makes the little girl hold the ace of spades up in the air, and then he sits side saddle on his horse, flips over backwards, pulls his gun, and shoots from under the horse and hits right in the middle of the ace. I thought that was cool, and something about that dude I really didn't like, and some stuff. I mean, I liked the way he did it, But that character was just weird. He was very. He kept like grabbing his hair with like his whole hand and like pulling it down.
Yeah, and he was like, he had his like mustache brush. And
yeah. And he was standing all sweet and like, I don't know, something about him I liked and something I didn't like. But I did like his card trick.
I like that. He also was like telling all the stories about how he'd killed all these people in the shootout, like 2 with his left, 2 with his right, and Gene Hackman was like, he's like, oh man, he's like, I wish I would have been there. He's like, you must be the fastest gun in the West. He's like, if you'd have been there, you'd have found out. He's like, the thing about it is, I was there. I was the one who killed those people.
Yeah.
And then so Gene Hackman was like, I'm going to kill you because you're telling people that you're killing people that I killed.
Right. And then as soon as he does get killed, they just go and steal all of his stuff. They take.
Dude, every time someone dies, the locals just run in there, strip them, rip their teeth out, and just like go have a party.
I got gold teeth. Yeah, that was my second one. Was the card trick.
Yeah, my second one was Leo gets killed by his pappy, potentially, maybe he thinks
pappy.
And I think our third one is the same, which is the final. Like, it's supposed to be a showdown between Russell Crowe and Sharon Stone, who've like kind of struck up a friendship. They're like, Russell Crowe's giving her tips, and like he's
giving her the tip, all right.
Well, no, before her first fight,
that's
he's
more
like,
than
hey,
friendship. Yeah, no,
he's like, hey, listen, because they go when the clock strikes whatever the hour is, and he's like, you can clock, it'll click before the gong, so like be ready for that. And he gives her a tip for her first fight. Yeah, and then, so he's like, because he was an outlaw, and then Gene Hackman made him kill a priest in Mexico, and so he renounced his ways and he became a priest, and then Gene Hackman forces him to fight to the death, and so he's like, he keeps trying to he's going, don't become me. He's like, you can always get forgiveness.
Right.
But anyway, they're fighting and they're both like, I'm not drawing. And so the clock strikes, neither of them draw. They're just standing there, and Gene Hackman's like, I'm going to count down from 10, and if neither of you shoots by 10, I'm just going to have my men shoot both of you.
Yeah.
And so finally, they both draw. Russell Crowe shoots her. She falls down dead, we think. Turns out she's faking it. And then... Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good ending. She gets
and then
drug
she takes
off,
all the dynamite from under
and
Leo's.
Kevin McAllister's creepy neighbor's like, nobody touch her. He's in on the scam. They haul her off. Yeah. And then it's Russell Crowe and Gene Hackman. And like right when the clock gets ready to strike, the whole freaking thing just explodes because Sharon Stone's got all the dynamite hooked up and just blows up the whole town. And then she comes out and then she shoots Gene Hackman.
Yeah, and that's where we see the final circle hole with the light shining through it, and
dude.
In the shadow, there was a circle. That was cool.
Yeah, you see his shadow, and there's a hole in it with light shining through from the bullet. There were some cool effects in this movie. Some of the a lot of it was very weird, but there was some cool stuff.
I thought I know there were practical explosions, and those were actual people just running away from the explosions. But I thought those looked good too.
Yeah,
like I thought that the clock blowing up looked good.
Yeah, I just think if we could just have this movie with normal direction instead of a million like smash zooms and whip pans, to the point where it's really unsettling, I think I would like it way more.
Well, we'll have the chance when we recast it and redo it down at the bottom.
Yeah, for sure.
Notes. What about quotes? Did you have problems finding quotes? Because I did.
I did have problems finding quotes because I didn't really write down anything throughout the entire movie. Because in most of when people would talk, I'd be like, God, that's bad dialogue. Yeah.
The first one I had, I thought was pretty good. It was the Russell Crowe's character, and he is he's not facing the camera, and he turns. And when he turns, it's very dramatic, and he says, "My name is Maxus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix legions, and loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius." Except that's the wrong movie. So
that bit was very good. It just doesn't happen for like 6 more years.
Yeah, it's not there. No, I did have him. When he says there's a click before the strike, listen to the clock. As soon as he did that, I was like, oh man, Russell Crowe's pretty cool. He had good hair in this movie. He looked cool. He acted cool. I thought he did a great job. So dude, when he said that, I thought that was cool, and I put that one down. There's a click before the strike. Listen to the clock.
He is fantastic. My first quote that I thought back on was after after everything explodes, and it's it's Russell Crowe and Gene Hackman, and they're facing off, and then Russell Crowe just kills all of his henchmen. He's got like 8 guys like on balconies, and he's like taking 2 guns. He's like doing this thing, and he shoots over his shoulders and kills 2 people, and he's like does one of these
upside down. He had the gun upside down, and he shot it. It was awesome.
Yeah, like he took the rifle and like hit the guy in the face with it, and then shot over his shoulder. Yeah. And then right after doing all that, he tells Gene Hackman, he's like, "Sorry, John, change the rules. From now on, all the fights are fair." Because Gene Hackman was the whole time he was fighting, he's like got all his freaking guys pointing guns at everybody.
Yeah.
And that was a badass moment.
Freaking Russell Crowe. They could really make this awesome. More stuff like that and less stuff like the whip cuts will be fine. Dude, my second one is when Russell Crowe doesn't want to fight, and he says he's not even going to shoot the gun. So they go into the store or the house of Herod's kid, the freaking Leonardo DiCaprio. Was that a store? I don't know what that was. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know. And he was telling him about all the guns, and he was like, Smith & Wesson Schofield 45. This is meat and potatoes. Me and Jesse James thinks this is the best handgun in the world. Had the trigger guard removed. Saves drawing time. Don't ever wear it when you're drunk or you kill your feet. I was like, Jesus. I never even thought that, I know what the trigger guard's for, but I never even thought, oh, snap, if that's not on there, you go to put that down and it hits the trigger, you just really do shoot yourself in the leg. Plexico Burr style.
I think Plaxico's was he also had his in some track pants and the strip joint, but if only he.
I can't believe we just made a Plaxico Burress reference.
Shout out! We could have had him come on the podcast to talk about this movie.
We could have had him over for dinner.
Yeah,
What's
he's
he
available.
Doing?
I don't know. Let's just check that. Plaxico.
That's funny. No, the point is that whole scene was good, but I liked the way he was trying to sell it. He was trying to get him to.
Plaxico Burress has a juice bar in Wayne, New Jersey. So, which is to say, I think he's available.
That's pretty good. I'm glad he loves the juice. Oh, you said juice. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
juice.
Squeezing the juice. The other one I had was Leonardo DiCaprio, the kid. The first round, you don't have to kill people in the first round. You could just shoot them in the arm, and they could just go, never mind, I give up.
I think we shot the dumb kids.
I think they shot some dumb kids.
They didn't kill them. They just nicked them.
And he's fighting the Swede, and he's supposed to be the fastest gun in all of Sweden. And he apparently heard about this and got on a steamer and then rode a horse and then a train and then came to try and win this money.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it starts, he gets taken down by a 15-year-old kid. But then Leonardo DiCaprio just goes, "Am I fast? Or is Sweden just a very small place?"
Yeah, I remember that. That was good. He had a lot of good, cocky lines. I liked him.
Yeah, he was a fun character. And also, this is how you can tell Leonardo DiCaprio is a very good actor, because most of what he was saying was not good, but it still sounded good when he said it.
Yeah, it sounded good. But I think that goes for all 3 of the guys that were Court, the kid, and Gene Hackman.
Yeah,
because Gene Hackman didn't have good stuff.
His name is Herod, by the way. It's a completely wide open Bible reference. The town's called Redemption. His name's Herod.
Yeah, Herod. Dude, and I love Gene Hackman's voice. I've always said, if I could get Gene Hackman or Danny DeVito to read all my audiobooks, man, that would be great.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad because they keep remaking Superman and they keep casting really good people as Lex Luthor, and I keep going you ain't Gene Hackman, get out of here.
Yeah, every time I'm like, nah, not even close. Not even close.
You ain't Foxy Brown.
I'm looking for Foxy Brown. Dude, my third quote was Gene Hackman from John Herod. Right after I can't remember who he killed right before this, but he was yelling at all. Oh, it was right after he killed Keith
David.
David.
The town after he killed Keith David.
Yeah, the guy that they all
the
pulled
gunfighter
their money
hired
together. Yeah,
you could, and I liked how they did that because you could see the whole town was pulling for the gunfighter. The woman was holding her cross, praying.
Right.
And then when he died, and he also Gene Hackman shot him, and then the camera angle was from behind his head, and there was just a freaking big hole, and you could see through the hole, through the guy's head, to Gene Hackman.
Yes.
I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a big hole. Back
yes.
into the left. So he starts yelling at the whole town, and he's like, I all hear from you spineless cowards, how you're all poor, and you can't afford my taxes, yet somehow you managed to find the money to hire a gunfighter to kill me. If you got so much money, I'm going to have to take some more off you. Like, I liked how he was so upset about the whole thing. Keeping everybody poor and him living in a big house and them all hating him. That's the freaking American dream, man. That's what everybody, I feel like that's how everybody is, or how most people are.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah, I liked that one too. Gene Hackman is fantastic. The last one I had was when Sharon Stone was talking to. There's like the one like girl that kept talking to her. It's like, I'd never seen a woman wear a gun before, and then she was like, she overslept or something before one of her matches, and then the girl comes in. She's like, hey, they're calling for you. And she's like, are you really gonna do it? I said, what if you get killed? And Sharon Stone goes, well, then I won't be around to answer any more of your dumb questions.
Yeah, I like that part.
I like how she was always a jerk to the girl.
So wait, the guy that was writing on the board that was the barkeep.
Yeah,
that was his daughter.
I couldn't tell.
I think it was his daughter, right? And then the other guy who looked like the barkeep but wasn't the barkeep was trying to hook up with her. And that part was kind of confusing, and I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be related or not, but I guess it doesn't matter. He was still like...
I think it was his daughter, because they're credited, like one of them's called, the bartender's name is Horace Pinnock, and the girl's name is Katie Pinnock.
Yeah, and when what's her name? Sharon Stone goes over and kicks your boy's butt for being wrong to her. Right. He says thank you. So like that's why I was picturing it being his daughter. Yeah. I like that whole dynamic too.
Yeah, like that's a cool little like subplot that they put in there. Like there's good touches in this movie. Just the freaking direction is so weird.
Yeah, it is. Let's do characters.
Characters was really easy for me. I got the 3 Academy Award winners for Best Actor.
Yeah. I left out Leonardo DiCaprio because I figured we're going to have a bunch of more reasons to, we're going to do more of his movies.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're ever going to do another Sharon Stone movie. So I threw her in there. But
we might do Casino in 95.
Casino, yeah. I forgot she was in that until you just said it.
Yeah, well, tell me what Sharon Stone did in this movie that made you want to pick her as one of your best characters.
Just the whole idea that this is a very male-driven. Westerns are typically dominated by men, and you very rarely get to see. I mean, there's those few like Bad Girls or whatever the name of that movie was, where they were all like gunfighters in the West, but like to have a female lead in a Western, I like that call. Again, I didn't like how she played every single part. I don't know how old she was in this movie, but she still had it going on. So like that whole reason
she was,
to have her on
37.
the screen. Yeah. The whole reason to have her on screen, like, oh, you want the good looking person right in the front, standing front and center. They did that part well. There was parts, like you said, that she played that I didn't understand why she did it like that.
Yeah, I really liked that character, like you said, because it's a male-dominated genre, and it's cool to put a woman in the lead, and that's a really interesting idea. I just didn't like any of the choices she made, and I don't know if it was her, or if it was the director, or if it's something they came up with together. The movie doesn't get made without her, because she co-produces it. She's the first one they offer it to, and then she gets hiring approval on everybody.
Yeah.
So, like, she insists on Sam Raimi. She insists on Leonardo DiCaprio. I had Leo as my first one. They offered that part to Matt Damon, and the studio didn't want Leonardo DiCaprio, and the only reason that they got him was that Sharon Stone paid him out of her own pocket.
Dang, that's nice.
So, I mean, credit to her for this movie happening at all, but I just, at the acting work, I did not like any of the choices that character made.
The character itself, though, the anti-hero and being a woman, like, I like that whole thing. So,
yeah, me too.
I thought, and plus her name is Ellen, and we found out at the end. And the whole time I couldn't remember. I was like, I don't remember them calling her just the lady. But dude, this whole movie was fuzzy for me, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude. We eventually found it out. My first one was Leonardo DiCaprio. He's 20 in this movie. Nice. He's been nominated for 6 Academy Awards for acting, and he won in 2016 for The Revenant. My second character was Gene Hackman, who's been nominated for 5 Academy Awards for acting, winning Best Supporting Actor for Unforgiven, which we did on this podcast back in season 2, and Best Actor in The French Connection in 1971, which we'll do on Patreon in 17 years.
Didn't we already do Big? Did we do Big? It was he. That's the movie he was watching, and when he was like eating Oreos and he turns off the TV, but he could still hear the gunfights and stuff. That's the movie he was watching, French Connection.
Nice.
Dude, I had Gene Hackman also. Friggin'.
I love Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman as a villain is awesome. I like what's the basketball? Hoosiers. I like Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. Yep.
But like him as a villain is just him being Lex Luthor. What's the other one this year in the submarine with Denzel? October?
Oh, yeah.
No. Crimson Tide. Crimson
Tide.
Yeah. So like he's the quote bad guy in that one. Like
yeah,
dude,
but even stuff like Enemy of the State.
Yeah, dude, he's freaking good.
And like in The Firm,
the Replacements.
Oh man,
wasn't he the coach in The Replacements?
Yes. So he has.
I love this dude.
He's been the coach in a couple of sports movies that I really like, where the actual sports are very bad. Hoosiers and The Replacements.
Yeah.
And dude, Gene Hackman just died this year at age 95. Good for him.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run. Even though I heard he did die and his body sat in the house because his kids didn't say anything or nobody called on him or talked to him. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, the tail end there was probably rough, but if you make it to 95, you're deep into the bonus.
We're already on borrowed time. So who's your third one? Is it Russell Crowe?
It's Russell Crowe, who's been nominated for 3 Academy Awards for acting. In fact, Russell Crowe is one of, I think, 3 people who went back to back to back for Best Actor nominations, 2000, 2001, and 2002. So it's The Insider, awesome. Gladiator, and A Beautiful Mind, and he wins once for Gladiator. Even though I like A Beautiful Mind's performance maybe a little bit better, or I think he actually maybe should have won for both. But
I watch Gladiator every year for school because I have like a truncated version. It's so freaking good, dude.
Yeah, Gladiator's fantastic. And then they made Gladiator 2 less fantastic. And now they're already working on Gladiator 3, and I can't imagine how much worse it's going to get. Yeah, I saw.
I didn't even finish 2.
Dude,
wait,
I liked this so those 3 have 14 Academy Award nominations between them and 4 wins just for acting. And I was like, is this the most talented, like, top-billed cast of any movie we've ever done? I started looking at it. And, like, number 1 by a mile is The Player, Robert Altman from 1992, because there's a million cameos in that movie.
Oh, yeah, everybody's in that, yeah.
So I'm like, I got to throw that out because it's all cameos. But I think you can make a good argument that this is maybe the most Oscar awards nominations and wins of any cast until we do Avengers Endgame.
Right. And even, dude, but that makes a lot of money. If you even put another caveat in saying like a movie that didn't do well but has a ton of Oscar people in it, this has definitely got to be up there.
Yeah. But dude, Avengers Endgame has 11 Oscar winners in it. Robert Douglas, Michael Douglas, Robert Redford, William Hurt, Marissa Tomei, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tilda Swinton, Natalie Portman, Brie Larson, Tika Waititi, Robert Downey Jr., Zoe Saldana. And then the people with nominations is like there's like 20 other people who have nominations that are in the.
There's movie 43 is the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Oscar winners in it.
Yep.
And that's a horrible movie.
Also, way up on the list is 1996's Hamlet, which has 8, which is Julie Christie, Judi Dench, Kate Winslet, John something, Charlton Heston, Jack Lemmon, John Mills, and Robin Williams.
Nice.
Don't think we're going to do that in 96.
Dude, when is the speaking of Denzel, when is the Russell Crowe Denzel movie? What's that one where he's like a computer program that comes to life and he like bleeds blue stuff and shoots people and it's
I think that's Virtuosity, and I think it's
Virtuosity.
This year. It's this year. I don't think we're going to get to it.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that movie was so weird. I loved it.
We got a lot of good movies this year.
I know. I'm saying like that was an awesome one.
I know. That's what I mean. Like we got 95's got some great movies. We're not going to get to all of them. Yeah,
they take all the worst people and put their ideas into his head, and he becomes a real person. It's freaking great.
Yeah, man. Russell Crowe plays Sid 6.7.
Sid. Oh man, I'm going to watch that. If we're not watching it this year, I'm going to watch it tonight.
Well, that's what, dude. We got to figure out because Virtuosity and Johnny Mnemonic are both in 95, and they're both so. But like we already did The Net. I don't know how many of these weird old tech movies we can do, but we got to figure out the rest of our 95 calendar because we're gonna miss some stuff.
Yeah, we'll hammer it out. Yeah. So, all right, good characters. What about you? Want to talk about Sam Raimi? We kind of already talked about him a little bit in the.
Yes, Sam Raimi is the director. He's done like Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, but he has not yet done the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, which is what I like most know him from.
I think I remember talking about him, and I want to say it was like Hudsucker. We talked about him, maybe but I don't think he directed that. That's Coen Brothers. He was a writer, maybe on that. I don't know. I can't.
He worked on
together.
some stuff. He worked on he was a writer of the Hudsucker Proxy because he did a bunch of work with the Coen Brothers, especially early on.
Yeah.
But then from here on out, he kind of only moves into directing. I think. I guess he has writing credits on one of the Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Men's.
He also directed Doctor Strange in the Multiverse. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's because he was so upset that he never got to make that Spider-Man 4. He wanted to end it on a high note, and then I think Sony wanted to have 3 more movies and make it two trilogies. And because he never got to finish that, he really wanted to do it. And I think that's because I think on the other, what's the Far From Home? What's the one with Michael Keaton? Whatever Spider-Man that is. Yeah. He was like a consultant on that.
Consulting.
He did like a lot of stuff for that. But he got to direct Multiverse of Madness, and that has a lot of Spider-Man in it too. So he got Spider-Man back, sort of.
Yeah, he eventually got it back. The writer was Simon Moore. He wrote this script on spec, kind of by himself. It got bought, and then they went into production, and then they had a bunch of people come in to do rewrites. Like they hired a couple other writers because they thought the tone was getting like to be not what they wanted it to. And I'm trying to remember what the story was. Well, I was trying to figure out what the Joss Whedon involvement was, and I eventually saw an article of Sam Raimi talking about his quote is like, in 1994 I was making a Western called The Quick and the Dead. I was having a script problem, and I came to the studio and said, "Can you find me a writer? I've shot the movie, but the end isn't working." And they suggested Joss Whedon, and so I met Joss. He watched the movie, and he helped me solve the ending in one afternoon. I thought, damn, you're a good writer. I wish I could have had you rewrite the whole movie.
Yeah.
So, but the ending was what? Good. Like, after the movie's already shot and edited, they've got a rough cut. Joss Whedon screens it with Sam Raimi and goes, "Here's how you fix the ending." And then they do that. I was like, that's awesome.
God, I'd love to be able to knock it out like that.
Oh, yeah, just think if they'd hired us.
Bring it back.
Take out all the whip pans and the smash cuts.
What are you doing?
Make it regular. Stop making it super weird.
Or is it going to be like, what's his name, on the studio where he's just terrified to tell Ron Howard that the movie sucks?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that Ron Howard episode.
He was so uncomfortable. He was just like, "You tell him. I'm not telling him."
And Anthony Mackie's like, "I'm not telling him. I hated it when I read it. I hated it when we shot it. I hate it now."
That's a good show. That's a good show.
Yeah, dude. I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Joss Whedon had got involved in this earlier because all the dialogue could have used a rewrite.
Yeah.
Did you get any other bonus good?
No. We talked about all the different people in it. I did watch it in surround sound. It was 5.1 on the DVD that I had. So it was I was able to hear it like ricochet, like the bullets were like going around, the ticking of the clock. Like you can hear the subtle little clicks before the big click and it move. You can hear that off of all the speakers, and that was cool. So the sound was good, sound design.
Well, I was trying to figure that out because I watched part of it at my studio where I have surround sound, and I watched part of it at my house where I don't. And in both places, I felt like the balance was way off between the dialogue and the action, especially at my house where there's no surround sound.
Well, the only thing, I had to crank it way down really fast when the explosions happened. I forgot they happened. And I did have it up. But I didn't think, like, I don't know, maybe I didn't care because nobody was asleep. But
well, this is one of the first times I ever have had to turn on captions because I don't like to watch movies with captions because then I don't watch the movie. I just look at the text.
Right.
But this one, I legit couldn't hear what anyone was saying. I was like, I'm missing stuff.
Yeah.
And it was better with surround sound. But yeah, the sound design, I can never tell. I'm like, did they mess this up? Or whenever I got this, when I put this onto my computer or downloaded it, did I mess it up? I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see that Sam Raimi talked about, like years later, like in 2009, he said this movie helped him learn a lot about working with actors because he just said, his quote was, "I treated him as props to move around, but then working with Gene Hackman and Sharon Stone, like helped him evolve. And he said that his style, he's like, I felt my style didn't help make it into a great picture.
Yeah.
And then he was just kind of like, he's like, I don't know if I know what I'm doing after this movie.
The thing that we didn't like about it, does he do any of that in Spider-Man?
No.
What's it called when it's like kind of close up and everything's tilted, like a Dutch angle or something like that, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like he does that a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the guys in the front, but he's on one side of the screen and the stuff going on in the background's kind of blurry and then it switches. He does that a lot too. Whatever all of those are called, those kind of flourishes, people don't. I guess I didn't like it, but
I bet if we watched like all of Sam Raimi's movies, you would see him evolve as a director. But I think the Spider-Man trilogy is fantastic.
Yeah, it's
and I don't
good.
remember
Number
any
2 is
weird
way
directing
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
except that dance he does, where he's dancing.
the dance
down
is
the
very,
street.
very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst. I already talked about it. I didn't like the directing stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like Sharon Stone's performance choices, and I wish that Gene Hackman had been given a little bit more as a character to make him not just like straight up evil.
Right.
Because I think he could play a villain with nuance like he does with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, the only thing I put is that I didn't really like the romantic subplot between the Ellen and Court.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the flashback sequences. They were all clunky. It felt like everything slowed down. I didn't like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have worst effects? I mean, the CGI.
No, I thought the effects were pretty good, honestly.
Looked all right. Yeah, it looked all right. It's mid-'90s. It's supposed to look like that.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was CGI. It might have all been practical, but I thought the effects were pretty good.
They actually put a hole in Keith David's head.
Well, no, but they do the thing where they like build it out of claymation and they blow it up.
Right,
and, like,
yeah.
Like it's not like he did live through this, but
He did. He's in Community after this.
Yeah, he is. 5 questions. Is it okay for kids?
Dude, my 13-year-old walked through the room a couple times and stopped and watched. I mean, as conservative as everything is now, I would feel like it would get rated R. It was PG-13 on the box I had.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I had it rated as PG-13. I was like, this seems like it would have been rated R.
Yeah, it was PG-13, and the whole time I was shocked. But I think on some places when I look it up on like IMDb, it says rated R. So like I don't know what it actually is rated.
Yeah.
Or maybe they changed it. But the box I had PG-13 on the back. Dude, I mean, there's some boobies, but all of the stylized violence is so like cartoonish. I don't think it's really that bad.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's just me. So we've been talking about wanting to make it again. Could you make it again?
Dude, I think this would be a great one to make again because it's all takes place on one set. It's got a bunch of good parts. You could make it a serialized TV show.
Yeah.
Or you just make it straight up just like action, just people shooting each other for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You could take this exact movie and just rewrite the dialogue and make the direction normal, and I think it would be fun. Like Netflix could do this and it would make money.
Yeah, I'd like the idea of still keeping it stylized, but not with the cuts and stuff. So like somebody that's like A24 buys it, you know how they're like more indie. So they'll find somebody who's very stylistic and let them do it. That's what I would want to see. Would you watch it if it was a TV show? Like I don't watch Yellowstone or 1884. Or
I mean, I would check it out.
Yeah,
dude, I didn't even watch the League of Their Own TV show. Like I just don't.
What?
Like I'll watch a part of an episode of a new TV show. I'm like, this seems like it's gonna be a lot of work.
It seems like homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think they could make it a TV show. I think a limited TV series or like where you get to focus on each duelist and show their backstory as they come together for each bracket.
Yeah. Well, dude, it would be fun. It'd be fun to cast. It'd be fun to rewrite. Like I think, I guess Westerns. I don't know if anybody's gonna make one, but I'm for it. Did you did you do any recasting?
I did a couple of recastings. So like for Herod, I want Christoph Waltz because I like that dude.
I have exactly Christoph Waltz for Gene Hackman.
He could kill that.
Because I was looking at actors like in their mid 60s, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, "That's perfect," because he likes to dress up nicely and also be terrifying and completely amoral.
Yeah,
he would be perfect for that.
Yeah, he would. I know this is pandering to what's going on right now and like people now, but I would like Oscar Isaac as the preacher.
Yeah,
I like that dude, and I think he could play that part. And then I didn't
recast the preacher. Florence Pugh.
Yeah, I did Florence Pugh as the lady, and then for the kid, I put Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet.
He's too old. He's 30.
Yeah, but he doesn't look.
He doesn't look 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of because I'm like, okay, this movie happened because a powerful actress got offered a project that she could produce. And I'm like, who would I want to see that's like Sharon Stone-ish that could like just put something like this together? And I looked at a bunch of people, and there's actually a bunch of good options because mid to late 30s, there's a bunch of great actors that I think could put this together. But I ended up going with Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah,
because I'm like, I could just see her like producing and starring as a badass lady gunfighter, and then hiring everyone else.
Yeah.
And then I got Christoph Waltz for the Gene Hackman part. Just
nice,
slam dunk. And then I had Zolo Maridueña as the kid, the guy from Cobra Kai, the like dark-haired main kid from Cobra Kai.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. I like him. And he's also like actually young. He's like 22.
Like he could put his chest out and be all like what's his name was?
Yeah, I think so. But the only actors I know between 20 and 30 are on Cobra Kai because I don't watch any other teen shows. So I'm going there a lot because there's a bunch of good ones. I'm like, I don't know. If I start looking up like actors in their 20s, I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know.
Yeah. Every time I look it up, I'm at work and I'm like, should I even be looking this up on my connection at work? I feel dirty.
Is my safe search still turned on?
Yeah, remember in the first couple of seasons, it was like every time it was a kid, we were like, yeah, the kids from Stranger Things or whatever. None of us knew.
Yeah,
neither of us
now
knew.
The kids from Stranger Things are like, it's like dead in her bathroom. It's like, what? That happened fast.
Yeah, they're all old. So
can you still watch and enjoy this in 2025?
I mean, it's campy and over the top, but if that's your thing.
It is pretty campy, but if you like Westerns or if you like Sam Raimi, I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Or if you like Sharon Stone playing Batman.
Dude, it's an easy watch. I mean, you can rent it on Amazon Prime or YouTube. It's not. I didn't find it streaming anywhere.
No, it's not.
But like, it's an hour 40. Like, Alan Silvestri does the score. Not his best work, but I like that guy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a fun one. I mean, if you're really going, like, it'd be a great one to go. I'm going to put this on while I do something on my phone because, every 10 minutes there's going to be a gunfight. I'll watch that part, and then the rest I can skip.
Right. Although the end, the closure that it gives, would be nice if you knew the story.
Really good.
Yeah. Thanks, Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Well done. All right.
Speaking of Joss Whedon.
Thanks for listening. We got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles coming out pretty soon on Patreon. Nice. And next up on the main feed, we're going to go full out and just do Toy Story.
Toy Story. Who wrote that one?
Come on. He didn't write it, but he did do a bunch of rewrites on
he helped a lot. Yeah, he did a lot.
Which we've been watching a lot at my house because my kid's almost 4, and so Toy Story is
Toy Story's just
going around the horn.
They're all awesome. Not like number 2 though.
I know. I've been trying to tell people number 2 is better than number 1, but Wolf is even saying like he just runs around the house going like, "Get out of the way, you hockey puck!" Like he doesn't know what any of this means. He's like, "You uncultured swine."
He's quoting stuff like he's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly right.
Son. Yeah,
that's right. All right, vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Always takes a count on the scene a second. Dude, this shit is so slow. Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.